Man United have held Chelsea to a 1-1 draw at Stamford Bridge in a game that, if I told you never watched it, you will think that everything was like 50-50, but Chelsea dominated the entire game. United capitalized their one chance that they got, a mistake from Jorginho, Sancho converting it, and Chelsea scoring through a penalty to level this game in there. Welcome to the football news, top 10s and lifestyle zone. I go by the names of Rad, Rock and David onto this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now today, Man United came into this game with one of the worst runs they've had ever since, I think, the Premier League started. In the last 7 games out of 21, Manchester United had only collected 4, meaning that they had lost 7. Remember, they lost to Man City, they lost to Watford, they lost to Man City, they lost to Liverpool, they lost to Leicester City. Those are 12 points. They won against the team which goes by the names of Tottenham Hotspur. You get? They drew, I think they drew with which team? They drew with the team in there. They lost to Aston Villa. So that was the worst run that they had. But Chelsea came into this one with a very good run, and Chelsea had kept 8 clean sheets in there. Scoring past the team which goes by names of Chelsea is not something easy, and United got that goal through that mistake of Jorginho in there, and Sancho went in and gave United the lead. Now, when this game was starting, lots of people were really criticizing Michael Carrick for not starting Cristiano Ronaldo in there, and I came out and told people in my match build up that you cannot come out and criticize the manager, because in such a system that United was playing, there was no way Ronaldo was going to play ball. It was evident when Ronaldo was brought in. You saw what happened. He was literally on the pitch. I never saw him. What did he do? Ronaldo did nothing. He did nothing onto that pitch. So I don't really wonder why people come out and say that Ronaldo should have started the game of football. And the reasons they are giving are fake and they are vague. I don't really buy them, because how many games has Ronaldo started and United has won them? United lost to Liverpool 5-0, Ronaldo started. He lost to Liverpool, Ronaldo started. He lost to Leicester City, Ronaldo started. Lost to Watford, Ronaldo started. Lost to Aston Villa, Ronaldo started. You get? So there are very many games that Manchester United has lost when Ronaldo has been on the pitch. Trust me, that is not a valid reason that Sir Alex Ferguson said in the game against Everton that you cannot bench your best player. I really came out and told people Sir Alex Ferguson should should back off things concerning United, because we respect him as we people support United and the football fraternity at large. He did what he did in the game of football, and now it's beyond his understanding. I'm sorry to say this, but this is beyond him, because he brought in Moyes. Moyes flopped. Van Gaal came in. Ferguson saw Mourinho as the right replacement for him. Later, Mourinho flopped. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer coming in backed by Ferguson, everything has flopped. Now, that's why you saw the board of Manchester United has gone past the wheel of Sir Alex Ferguson to go in for Ralph Rangnick, because they feel like this time round it's not because it's not because of the coaching, it's because of how it's because of how the board and the team is structured. So that's why they've went for Ralph Rangnick. So I think Sir Alex Ferguson, you also benched David Beckham in certain games. I remember most notably that game of Real Madrid when we beat Real Madrid by 4-3. Remember, Real Madrid came up and scored a hat-trick in the first half. Beckham came in when the game was 3-2. I think he scored an equalizer, and I think he was responsible for the winner, but he benched his best player. He benched his best player because by that time Beckham was the best player. You get? And now the same man is coming out and saying after the game of Everton that you cannot bench your best player. Now, taking you back to that game of Everton, Martial had given United a lead in the first half, and Ronaldo came into that pitch when Manchester United was leading. What did he do in the entire 30 minutes spent on the pitch? He did nothing. So to me, I really feel like people coming out and saying that Ronaldo shouldn't be benched. Every player deserves to be benched depending on the game plan of the manager. You get? So I really feel like that is out, and I've not bought that argument anyway. But he came onto the pitch, he played close to 30 minutes, he did nothing onto the pitch. So I really feel like that should be fronted in there. It would have been valid if at all United never gotten a point or lost to Chelsea. You get? It would have been valid, but after Manchester United getting a point at Stamford Bridge, that argument is not valid. But when you go to Chelsea, I think Thomas Tuchel deserved a win today. The only people, if Chelsea are to blame themselves, the blame has to go to themselves, because they created lots of chances. They got like 3 1-on-1s with David there. They couldn't put the ball past the net, and they had to get a penalty to get that only goal. You get? That means United had closed them left, right, and center in there, that they couldn't really break them down. But Eric Bay, Victor Lindelof, Alex Telles, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, apart from that unfortunate kick that he did on Thiago Silva that resulted into a penalty, I think they played very well. Nemanja Matic played very well. Freddie played very well. Scott McTominay played very well. But Rashford was the player that really gave out very many balls away. Sancho played very well, and I think according to how United was structured, that was what they're supposed to play. Both teams played very well according to me, because according to what the manager had instructed the players to do, they really played on the instructions. You get? Someone will say that game that Manchester United displayed was really trash. Yeah, to people who really like to see United playing expansive football, playing the tiki-taka, because they have the quality of players and the manager are not using them. Put yourself in Michael Carrick's foot. What would you have done? Because it was written all over. It was written all over the book that it's Chelsea on form and United was off form. And I really came out and said in my match preview that the best United is going to get out of this game is a draw, because I never saw a win coming anywhere. So Chelsea played very well. Apart from that Jorginho mistake, they even Mendy did another mistake. If at all Freddie was really a very calm player, he would have gone himself to register himself a goal in there, but he really did a very weak shot to the goalkeeper of Chelsea, that is Eduardo Mendy. But all in all, United, after scoring that goal, they really got back into the game. They felt more confident. They passed the ball more. They put up, because before they scored that goal, United couldn't even put a couple of 4 passes together. But all after, they really started putting up those passes together in there, and they gained confidence. So I really feel like it's a good relief as Ragnick comes in at Manchester United, but it's really a very bad gesture for Chelsea, because when you look at the Premier League table, things are not good for them, because it looks like they are just 1 point ahead of a team which goes by the names of Man City, and 2 points ahead of Liverpool. You get? United is still 12. This is a very good result for Manchester United, because if at all they lost to Chelsea, the difference between them and Chelsea would have been 15 points. To me, I really feel like if at all Ragnick comes in and really puts this team early enough, they're really going to come and get results, because the team doesn't look bad, and the next games they're having, they can really gather points out of them. They're playing Arsenal. We are playing Arsenal on Thursday. So I really feel like people are saying that United is out of the top 4 of the title race, but I really feel like the title race is still open. Just 13 games played. 13 games played. That means 25 games left. In 25 games left, things can change. Things can change, because we've seen that winning is hard for certain teams, though they get those wins. If at all Ragnick comes in and really uses the first 3 or 4 games against Arsenal, there is Crystal Palace, there is it Southampton, those games that United have in there, I think he can use them for the beta of United. The next 5 games are crucial for United. Now, Man City has won, Liverpool won, Chelsea has drawn. Now, you seem to it that the title race is still going tough in there, and the battle for the top 4 is stiff too, but I think United can really come out and overturn this. Chelsea itself, I think Timo Werner played way out of the 18-yard box area, because I really feel like Timo Werner is supposed to be playing into the box. You get? They missed out on services of N'Golo Kante, Carlson Odoi played very well. Marcos Alonso, not the Marcos Alonso I really know, he never played very well. Not all that much, but Going forward, Chelsea had a very good press. They really had a very good attack. The good thing is that United had a very good goalkeeper in the names of David De Gea. He did close to 4 or 5 saves on the day. That really showed you how much he has really saved United. And I think if it was not because of David De Gea, United wouldn't have been with those points that they're having. Remember, in the game of Watford, he saved 2 penalties, though they lost. That of Watford, he saved them from losing 2 points, and they got a win against a side which goes by the names of West Ham, when nobody really gave that penalty into the hands of David De Gea. So he has done lots for Manchester United, and some people come out and say it's his job, but how many goalkeepers fail to do such saves? He does in there. So I really feel like he's back on form. That Dean Henderson pressure has really pulled him back to where it's supposed to be. That is David De Gea in there for you. No howlers, he's still making in there, but all in all, Manchester United have gathered a point from Stamford Bridge. A very good point for them, but Chelsea was bad news for Chelsea. Let's look at the stats in there. That's when you're really going to get to know that it was really United on that defensive side. Shots, 24, United had 3. 6 shots on target for Chelsea, 2 for United. 66% ball possession, 34 for Manchester United. Passes put together by Chelsea were 581, United put together 315. Passing accuracy 86% for a team which goes by names of Chelsea, 74 for a team which goes by names of Manchester United. Fouls, 13 for Chelsea, 14 for Manchester United. 2 yellow cards for Chelsea, 5 for Manchester United. 0 red cards for both sides, 2 offsides for Chelsea, 1 offside for Manchester United. And this is the best that shows you how the game was hard for United and how Chelsea pressed them left, right and center. It squeezed the nose of United until they got a penalty in there. And this is where they got the penalty from. It's 15 corners for Chelsea and 2 corners for a team which goes by names of Manchester United. That sums up the entire game. United were really running like a headless chicken around. In Chelsea, we are running at Manchester United left, right and center, but they failed to capitalize in there. And David De Gea did a couple of saves, and that's why you see 15 corners in this game and 2 corners for Manchester United in there. Now, I think the match preview, when you look, the other thing I would like to talk about is the referee, how he refereed this game in there. Not all that bad, but I think there are some cards he'd like to give. Reece James would have gotten a card early enough. I think the others were well deserved in there, and very many fans in there will come out and say Michael Carrick. Some of the United fans will come out and say Michael Carrick deserves the job. He doesn't deserve the job, because that's not what United is all about. United is all about coming out and winning, but we are not yet back to that philosophy. Let Regner come in, give United a playing philosophy, and you'll see him facing the likes of Thomas Tuchel and a team which goes by the names, and the manager who goes by the names of Jurgen Klopp in there. Managers who believe in his press in there. So we wait and see what really he has for us at Manchester United. Chelsea, not a bad result. Not a bad result, because you stay on top of the table and you're playing one of the biggest teams in England. If at all you happen not to lose and at least you stay on top of the table, you know that at least your next fixtures yourself. So I really feel like it had to be like that. I really knew that the best United could get out of this game was a draw, and if at all a win come up through, I would have been surprised, because even the goal that United scored, it was not like a very good build-up goal. It was a mistake from Jorginho, and Sancho got that ball, drove it, and he really put it past Eduardo, the goalkeeper of Chelsea there. So no reason to mourn, no reason to grieve. Let United finish the coming in of Rangnick, and let's wait and see what happens in the next games of Manchester United. Your reactions to this game are welcome into the comment section below. I go by the names of Rokani David, aka arane. Smash the like button, comment and share. Remember, this is the Football News Top 10s and Lifestyle Zone. In there, United won, Chelsea won. That has been the match reaction. And you know who scored for Manchester United? It was Jadon Sancho in the 49th minute. Then later he was taken off and Ronaldo came on, and Jorginho scored a penalty for Chelsea, and the game ended 1-1. If at all you feel like you want to know more about this game, there is a live that I'm really planning to do and do a full digest of this game in there that has seen Michael Carrick collect 4 in his last Manchester United game. In his last 2 games of Manchester United, he's unbeaten. He won against Villarreal. That led to the qualification of Manchester United to the round of 16 of the Champions League, and now he has secured a very good point for Manchester United away at Stamford Bridge. I'm out for now. See you later, mates.